What's up, guys? It's Intense Investor here, coming at you again. Hope you're all doing well on this fine Saturday late afternoon. It's been a while since I had did a update video on PRESEARCH, and there has been some updates with the nodes, the software. I do want to go over how my nodes have been running and how you need to go about setting a node up if that's the path you want to go down. And I'm going to explain a couple things on why you probably want to use a RACKNERDS VPS, because it's cheap, they got great customer service, it's been efficient for me over the past 2 years. I run around 20 nodes myself. Like I said, for around 2 years, I've had great success with it. So, I'm going to walk you through that path on getting the right VPS, which one to get, how many gigabytes you need for memory, how much hard drive space, that kind of thing. And we'll also do a comparison to like running them on FLUX, because believe it or not, when you run the nodes on FLUX, they're about 3 times more costly than running them on a RACKNERDS VPS. A lot of people are not aware of that. Plus, there's some other hiccups I've seen people mentioning on the PRESEARCH Discord of problems they've had running the nodes on FLUX. So just stick with me here. I'm going to make it quick, painless, and show you what you need to do. And I'll even show you how to buy some PRESEARCH tokens on Uniswap, transfer those to your wallet. I think I'm lacking about a couple hundred or something to set up another node. So we are going to set up another node in this video, and I'm going to walk you through each step on how to do that and be as precise as I can about it. So let's get into it. So here we are on the CoinMarketCap website. As you can see, the price of PRESEARCH is now 0.014 cents. All-time high was way back in 2018 at about 76 cents. And then in 2021, there was another pretty high price of around 41 cents. That was October 2021. Market cap, we peaked up at about $180 million at that time. So, looking at where it is now, we're still kind of in that middle of the bull market. So it's going to be interesting to see what happens with PRESEARCH. They've been working on a lot of really cool stuff. There's more than 4 million members that use the search engine now. There's a lot of updates, and they're big in the AI now, and they even have their own like large language model, which is artificial intelligence. A lot of people know, about ChatGPT, Claude. They're large language models that people use, to help people figure out different things, coding, writing essays, all kinds of stuff. So they do have their own decentralized version of that they're working on as well. So we could easily see them, or easily see that price increase quite a bit during the last part of this bull cycle. So it's one I'm really keeping an eye on. So let's jump over to the nodes. I'm running, let's see how many I got. I think I got about 20 nodes at the moment running. Some of these have been running since 2021, 2022. Most of them have been. Got quite a few coins staked on each one, 12,000, 15,000. This one's almost 16,000 staked on that one. When you click on these, when you hit stake, you will see there's a minimum stake of 4,000 PRESEARCH coins that you're going to need. So that's going to be one of your requirements when you start a node, is you're going to need 4,000 PRESEARCH tokens, and we're going to buy a couple extra. Let's see, I need about 400 or so, give or take, 15, 20 tokens. We're going to buy those on Uniswap, and then we're going to combine that with the 3,685 pre-tokens I already got, and we're going to stake those on a new node. I do like to put the IP address of the VPS, that's the RACKNERD VPS, so I can identify it if I ever have a problem. It makes it really easy to go back to the email they send you with your username and password, and then you can connect the dots, and it's easy to see, which one's giving you trouble, if that makes sense. So we're going to set up another node. I am going to get those extra and I'm going to transfer them to my wallet. There's a wallet in the PRESEARCH dashboard we're going to send these extra tokens to. Once we get those, we'll be good to go. But first, we're going to download Putty, which is a interface software program that allows you to interface with the Linux VPS that we're going to buy from RACKNERDS. So I'll show you which one we need to get. We're also going to install Docker on that VPS, because if you buy the one with Docker already installed, it's about $10 more per year. I think it's like $22 and something a year versus like $10 and something. It only takes like a couple minutes to install Docker. So we're going to go over that process as well. So let's go ahead and get into that, and we'll walk through each and every step. All right. So guys, like I said, I was going to do a comparison before we get started actually setting up the node on the VPS. So if you go to my website, you'll see deals and savings. I am a partner with RACKNERDS. And you'll see that puts that in your cart automatically. So what we're looking for here is Ubuntu. So if you get it with Docker pre-installed, which you can, it does look like you can get it with Docker pre-installed, which is great. So we don't even got to install Docker. So something to keep in mind is you need to choose Ubuntu Linux version 18.04. And that is what is pre-selected, or not pre-selected, but I did pick that one. That is 1804 with Docker installed. We don't need any extra IP version 4. As far as it goes for location, I mean, you can pick any of these. I would probably pick the ones in the US. I'm going to pick New York because I'm on the East Coast. It really don't matter because, I mean, that computer, wherever it is going to be running the node software. So this one in France is like an extra $6, but you don't need that. So yeah, let's do the New York 1018 annually. Very, very cheap. And just looking at the requirements, you can't use IP version 6 as of now. So choose cloud computer, high frequency, make sure server size options are an IP version 6 only. So we should be good there. I hadn't had any problems at all with any of that. So they're really pushing the VULTR VPS, but like I said, that's going to cost you $30 a year. So we can do a lot better than that using RACKNERDS. And since it already has Docker installed, we'll be able to skip this step 3 here, which is installing Docker. And we'll be able to jump right into running the software. And by that point, it's easy. You just copy this code, put your registration code that is on the dashboard right here on the PRESEARCH dashboard, and it's super easy to go from there with installation. So back on the RACKNERDS VPS site, I'm going to go ahead and purchase this VPS, and the promo is already in. So, if you didn't click on one of these links on the Intense Investor website, you could always use promo code Intense Investor to always get 30% off of any Linux or Windows VPS. So just remember that. And I do appreciate it. If you use my referral code, you don't have to, but if you are watching the video, I do appreciate it. So hit checkout, and I am going to go ahead and check out. I'm just going to use PayPal. You can use Bitcoin if you want to. Some of my past videos I went through there, but basically if you use Bitcoin, you'll click on that, you'll check out. It'll give you a wallet address that they want you to send a BTC or USD to. So send it to that address, and once they get it, they'll confirm it. That's basically how that works. So I'm going to go ahead and go through this and check out, and we'll go to the next step after that. So I successfully checked out. I got an order number they gave me, and it just tells me to allow up to 15 minutes or less for automatic activation. They do send you an email with your login credentials, which is a username and a password, and we're going to download Putty next, and that'll allow us to actually log into the VPS. So we're going to do that, and then I'm going to buy some pre-search, send it to my pre-wallet, so I got 4,000 pre. We're going to go back to Putty, interface back into the VPS using the username and password that we're going to get from our order here. Once we do that, we will be able to jump right down to running the pre-search code, because Docker should already be installed on this Linux VPS node. So pretty easy. I'll show you all that here in the next couple steps, and that'll be it. So here we are on the uniswap.org website. I got a little bit of Ethereum I'm going to use to buy a couple hundred pre-search tokens. You basically click Ethereum. I'm using MetaMask wallet right now, and I got it on Ethereum mainnet. I got about $48 in there. Gas is pretty low right now. Maybe just a couple dollars for a transfer. So I'm going to buy a couple hundred pre-search tokens to get me up to that 4,000. So you're going to select token. You're going to type in pre-search, click pre-search. And then, a good thing to do though, go to CoinMarketCap, type in pre-search, click, see the contract address for Ethereum down here, copy that, go back to Uniswap, hit the menu, drop down menu for the token we're going to buy, paste that in. Okay, so I was right. That was the correct one. Sometimes there'll be scam tokens that are copycats of the original token, the legit token, and you'll end up buying that scam token with your money. And that sucks, when you do that. So pre-search is super cheap. All right. Let's see here. So I'm gonna buy 5, or actually, let's see. I'm gonna buy 1,000. So I'm gonna buy 1,000. Gas is $1.63, which is not bad at all. Market's been down here lately, so gas is super cheap. When the market heats back up, this could easily be like $50 or $60. So that's why a lot of people hate Ethereum. So let's go ahead and hit swap. We're gonna confirm the swap. So I confirmed the swap. Swap submitted. We're just waiting on it to go through. So I'm gonna be getting 1,002 pre-search coins. Swap was successful. So when I look at it now, I should see that in my tokens. And if you don't see it, this is MetaMask, by the way. Like I said earlier, we're going to hit import. We're going to paste. Let's look, custom token. There it is. Copy the contract address that we copied in CoinMarketCap. If you ever exit this out, it'll kick you out. So import, custom token, copy the contract address, hit next. You can see I got 1,000 pre-search tokens, $14.27. Token was imported, and now it shows up. And you can see I got some other tokens in here that I really have just been holding, since they're pretty good tokens. But we're going to go back to the pre-search dashboard now and pull up that wallet. And what we're going to do is we're going to transfer the tokens from MetaMask over to the pre-search wallet, right? Let's see. So if you're in your pre-search account, go up to the top right here with the circle with the 3 lines, click that, go down to pre-search nodes, go to Node Explorer here, or you can just go up here where it says pre-wallet. If you hover over this, you see that pre-wallet where I got 3037 pre. Click on that and you'll see your wallet come up, and then we're going to deposit tokens. I'm going to click on that, and it tells you at this time only deposits of pre on the Ethereum blockchain are automatically recognized. Support for deposits on Base and other chains are still in development. So that's another thing too. Pre is expanding over to Base. So big news. You can see my past transfers. I hadn't did one in a while. I mean, it was like 2022. So, you know, you can use the QR code, or you can click on the wallet. So I'm going to copy my wallet address, and then I'm going to go in here. I'm going to click pre. I'm going to send that to this address. I just pasted the address into the bar here. I'm going to do max. I'm going to hit next. And I'm going to send it for 43 cents in gas, which is pretty cheap. So I'm going to hit confirm. So let's go ahead and send this. So it should have sent when you go to activity. Well, you can see it there. It just says pending, and then it's confirmed. So when I go back here, we're going to see that pop up here. Let's see how long it takes. So we're just going to give it a little bit of time since it's transferring this to a dashboard wallet on PRESEARCH network. Might take it a little bit longer than wallet to wallet. So let's give it some time and then we'll finish up. So while we're waiting on the PRESEARCH tokens to hit our wallet in the PRESEARCH dashboard, we are going to go to putty.org and we're going to download Putty. So you click on download Putty. I'm running Windows. So you have to click on, 64-bit x86 or 32-bit x86. Mine's 64-bit, so I'll click on that one. It'll download, you install it. I already got Putty running on my computer, so I'm just going to pull it up, but that's what you got to do. Most computers are 64-bit now. Older computers, 32-bit, so I would probably say that's what you're running, but you can always check if you go to your search bar. If you're in Windows, you go to search, system information, hit open, and you will see what version of Windows is being run. You can see system type is x86. That's how you kind of know what to get. So once you get that downloaded, you're going to go to search, type in Putty. So this is Putty, and you remember when we bought the RACKNERDS VPS, they should have sent you an email. So you'll have an email like this. So we'll pull up Putty. You see the IP address. We're going to copy the IP address. We're going to paste that where it says host name. We're going to hit open, and it just tells you security alert, the host key is not cached for the server, blah, blah, blah. Just hit accept. So login is root. That's your username. So type that in, hit enter. And then the password, that'll be in this email. That's really important. Select it, copy it. Now, when you right click to copy, it copies it over. It pastes it, right? So I just right clicked, it just pasted it. Even though you can't see it, it's there, right? So this messed me up the first time I ever did this. So it is pasted in there. You can't see it. Just remember that, hit enter. So I am logged in to the VPS right now, and we can go ahead and set this up. And while we're waiting for the coins to hit, so we got our 4,000 pre that we're going to dedicate to this PRESEARCH node. We'll go ahead and set this up. So what you got to do, I usually pull up like Notepad. So we'll pull up Notepad. And good news is the 1,000 PRESEARCH tokens did hit our wallet. So we'll be able to stake the 4,000. I'm actually going to stake this whole amount to this new node. So we'll have almost 5,000 staked on a new node. Let's finish this up. So we got to get this registration code right here. You want to copy it, but first go to the docs.presearch.io website. We're going to run this command in PuTTY because remember, we already logged in to the Linux VPS. So we're going to copy this code and we're going to paste that into the notepad. And you might want to put word wrap on. And you'll see this right here. It says registration code. See, it says replace your code where it says your registration code, which is right here. We're going to replace that with this registration code. So I'm going to hit copy and then I'm going to paste it. And you want to replace the $sign also. Don't leave the $sign on there, okay? So we're going to paste that into here. And you want to make sure, let's see, there's a space right there. Yeah, where it's got the C and the P PRESEARCH node. Registration code equals F19, blah, blah, blah. Okay, I'm not going to read that off because if you got my registration code, you could do some damage. I don't want that. So try to keep that hidden. That's why I got it blurred out. So we're going to copy this code, right? And then we're going to go here and I'm going to right click. See how that pasted it? And I'm going to hit enter. And you can see it's doing its thing. It's calculating. It's setting up the node. And we got the blue P. The blue P is what you're looking for. I'm not talking about Porta-John, Portalet, Toilet, Blue Water, Backsplash P, but the blue pre-search P. And see, it says node is listening for searches. So we're good. We're set up. All we got to do is stake it. So once you set this up via PuTTY, which is interfaced into the Linux VPS, we should be able to go back and see it now. It should show up on the list of VPSs. And there you can see it. So there's no description. So what I like to do, like I said earlier, I like to put the IP address in. So let's go back and copy the IP address from the email. And then let's go back here. Let's edit. And this is where we can also stake our 4837 tokens. So we're going to stake 4837 tokens to the node VPS. This description, I'm going to copy the IP address. And like I said, the reason I do this is it makes it easy to go back and figure out if you ever have any problem with that particular VPS, you know, right where to look and which one's the culprit. If you do not do that, you have to go on the RACKNERDS website and figure it out that way. It takes a little more time, but just knowing the VPS makes it a lot easier. And I'm just going to call it RACKNERDS VPS and then just the IP. I'm not going to number it or anything because here lately in the past year, some of my old numbers when I had up to like 50 pre-search nodes and I downsized to 20, you know, some of those numbers stayed on there because I didn't want to change them. But we'll just call this RACKNERDS VPS with the IP address, and we're going to hit update. And now you can see I don't have any tokens available to stake because we just staked that 4837 to this node. So let's go back to the node list and you'll see it now. RACKNERDS VPS 172.245.81.216. And it has not started going yet, but it will, and we'll do some updates on this. We'll look at the reliability score in the future, how many requests it's been attempted, how many success ones, and how much rewards it has compared to some of the older ones. But things are looking pretty good at the moment. I think I'm making like probably like 200, 250, let's say 250 pre-search a day times 0.015 cents per pre-search. So I'm making like about $4 a day or about $1,400 a year for 20 VPSs at $10.18 a piece. That's $203 a year. So even at this low coin price, I'm still making enough to pay for the RACKNERDS VPS. Now, if you run these on FLUX, if you run them on Contabo or VULTR, however you want to say it will not be cost efficient. So, like I said, that's why I recommend RACKNERDS. There's a link in the description if you want to use it. Thanks for watching this video and sticking it out. I know it was long-winded, but I wanted to go into detail about everything so you can get the gist of how to set this up. Feel free to leave a comment if you got any questions. I'll be sure to answer it as quick as I can. Be sure to like, subscribe to the channel, hit that notification bell, and I'll holler at you later. Thank you. Goodbye.